Most Etsy sellers spend a lot of time for optimizing a single listing. Others rely on expensive SEO tools, hoping they'll magically improve their ranking. But there is a reality. Neither of these helps your listing show up in Etsy search. So after testing this process across thousands of listings, I found that you only need about 10 or maybe 15 minutes to optimize a listing if you know exactly what Etsy is looking for. So in this video, I'll show you the same framework that thousands of sellers have used to improve their search visibility without wasting hours on every product. So let's get started. What does Etsy want to know? When Etsy evaluates your listing, it really wants to know only two questions. The first question, is your listing accurate? Etsy wants to know whether your listing matches what the customer search for. For example, if someone searches for budget planner, Etsy asks, does this listing describe what the customer is looking for? So that's why accurate keywords matter so much. The better your listing describes your products, the easier it is for Etsy to understand when it should appear in search results. The second question is, will this listing sell? This is where many Etsy sellers get confused. SEO alone doesn't determine ranking. Keywords simply tells Etsy that your listing is relevant to a search. Etsy then look at your shop's performance, including some factors such as your sales history, how quickly your product sells, how recently you've made sales, overall listing performance. In other words, Etsy want to recommend listings that are both relevant and likely to convert into sales. If a listing isn't relevant or has a little chance of selling, there is no reason for Etsy to show it to shoppers. Those are the two fundamental questions behind Etsy SEO. Is the listing accurate? Is it likely to sell? And everything else behind on these two principles. Ignore Etsy SEO's recommendation about shortening titles. This is one of the most important points in this guide, and I cannot emphasize it enough. It may sound like conversational advice, but the goal is simply to help you avoid making changes that could reduce your listing visibility. Especially, don't shorten your listing titles just because Etsy recommends it. I've discussed this many times. Shortening titles for SEO alone is not a good strategy. Many sellers have seen notification in Shop Manager encouraging them to shorten their titles. While those recommendations can seem convincing, they don't reflect how Etsy's search system evaluates listing. The reasoning behind Etsy's advice is understandable. Shorter titles are easier for customers to read and create a cleaner shopping experience. The problem is that what's easy to read isn't always best for search. If you shorten your title by removing relevant keywords, you may also remove terms that help Etsy understand your products and match it to customer searches. As a result, your listing may show up in fewer searches, which can lead to fewer sales. So the problem isn't having shorter titles, it's removing important keywords that help shoppers find your products. Many sellers believe that while Etsy encourages them to have a shorter, easier to read titles, its search system still rely on relevant keywords. If you remove useful descriptive keywords just to make a title shorter, your listing may be harder to find. So the takeaway is simple. Don't shorten your title if it means removing relevant keywords that descriptive or describe your products. Instead, write title that include important keywords while staying as clear and readable as possible. This leads to the next important point. This is one of the most important concepts to understand. Despite you may hear frequent claim about major algorithm changes, Etsy's search algorithm has remained largely consistent in its core purpose. Its goal is simple. Show shopper the listing they are most likely to buy. Keywords help Etsy understand what your product is, but they are only part of the equation. Etsy also consider how well a listing performs. Some factors such as sales history, sales velocity, and overall listing performance help determine which relevant listing appear higher in search result. So Etsy frequently make a small update and refinement to each search system, but these are usually improvement rather than major changes. The core objective remain the same: show shoppers relevance, listing that are most likely to result in a sale. So don't assume that every claim about an algorithm update represent a major shift. While the details may change over time, Etsy fundamental search goals has remained largely the same. SEO is most important when your Etsy shop is new or still growing. During the first 6 to 9 months, optimizing your listing can make a meaningful difference because Etsy is still learning about your shop and products. As your store builds sales history and gain visibility, SEO becomes less critical. Etsy already has performance data to help determine when and where to show your listing. For newer shop, however, SEO is an important foundation. It's worth doing well, but it doesn't need to be so perfect. Don't overthink your SEO. When you are optimizing a listing, it should take about 10 or 15 minutes. You don't need to spend an hour or more trying to make everything perfect. You also don't need perfect SEO. Aim to get it about 70% right. Later in this video, I'll walk through a SEO example to show you exactly what that looks like and explain what I mean by 70% right. The goal isn't to make perfect listing. The goal is to create a well-optimized listing, publish it, and move on. If you spend more than 15 minutes on SEO for one listing, you are probably spending too much time on it. One of the new features for 2026 is Etsy Marketplace Insights tool. So Etsy is providing sellers with limited search data directly from its platform, allowing you to explore customer search and trends. It's important to remember that most third-party SEO tools don't have access to Etsy's actual search, volume or click data. Their estimates come from other sources, which is one reason I don't recommend relying on them. Marketplace Insights is a step in the right direction because the data comes directly from Etsy. However, I wouldn't spend time to using it yet. The data only covers the last 30 days, which isn't enough to spot long-term search trend. Also, if you are describing your products, you are probably already using the keywords your customers are searching for. Right now, Marketplace Insight has limited value for SEO. If Etsy adds longer data ranges and more filtering options, it could become a much more useful tool. SEO makes your listing eligible, it doesn't rank it. This is one of the most important ideas to understand. SEO doesn't rank your listing. Instead, SEO helps your listing appear in search result. Keywords tells Etsy that your listing matches what a shopper is searching for. Once Etsy sees your listing as relevant, it uses other factors, especially sales history and listing performance, to decide where to show it. So don't think my keywords aren't ranking. Instead, think my keywords help my listing appear in search result, while its performance help decide where it show up. Final point is that don't rely on SEO tools. In my opinion, they often consume more time than the value they provide. It's easy to get lost reaching keywords instead of focusing on the things that actually drive sales. Rather than spending hours analyzing keywords data, invest your time in creating accurate listing, following a simple SEO process, and improving your products. So, the method outlined in this video is all you need to build a strong Etsy SEO without getting distracted by unnecessary tools. As an example, in this section, we will use a budget planner to demonstrate how to reach keywords and optimize an Etsy listing. We will walk through the complete process from identifying relevant keywords to creating an effective title and tags. Keep in mind that the same SEO process can be applied to almost any Etsy products. The goal isn't to optimize just budget planner. Especially it's to show you a simple, repeatable method you can use for your own listing and also for any products. Step 1. Create 2 keyword lists. So, creating a document with 2 columns. In the left column, write descriptive keywords, words that describe your budget planner. This can include its features, layout, purpose, format, style, size, audience, or any other details a shopper might look for. In the right column, write your core keywords. These are the main words or phrases that describe what the product is and what shoppers are most likely to search for. Step 2, choose your core keywords. For example, for budget planner, the core keyword might include budget planner, budget binder, monthly budget planner, or finance planner. So core keywords can be a single word or a short phrase. The important thing is that they clearly describe what your product is. In most cases, 3 or 4 core keywords are enough. Step 3, brainstorm descriptive keywords. Now comes the creative part. Open your products and look at the listing photo and start to describing everything you see. And then ask yourself this type of question. What is it used for? What features does it have? And who is it for? What style is it? And what format or layout does it use? What makes its difference? For the budget planner, for example, the descriptive keywords might include printable, digital, monthly, weekly, saving, finance, minimalist, undated, tracker, or everything like this. So don't worry about the order at this stage. This is simply this brainstorming exercise. Write down every relevant word or phrase that comes to your mind. You will organize them later when creating your Etsy title. Step 4. Expand your keyword list. Keep looking at your products and continue adding descriptive keywords like this. For example, for budget planner, you might also add budget worksheet, bill tracker, debt tracker, money organizer, instant download, cash budget, or personal finance. The goal isn't to create a perfect list. Instead, build a large collection of relevant words and phrases that describe your products. The most descriptive keywords you have, the easier it will be to create a strong and keyword-rich Etsy title. Step 5. Build your product title. Now it's time to combine your descriptive keywords with your main keywords. So a simple formula to follow is descriptive, 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 and main keywords. Then repeat the pattern using your remaining keywords until you build a complete title. For example, for the first keywords phrases is that printable, minimalist, monthly budget planner. This combines printable, minimalist, monthly is a descriptive, and budget planner is main keywords. Together, these keywords clearly describe the products and its main features. So make full use of the title. Etsy allow up to 140 characters for a listing title. Instead of stopping after 50 or 60 characters, try to use most of the available space by adding more relevant keyword phrases. So a longer descriptive title gives Etsy more information about your products and help your listing appears in more relevant searches. The next keyword phrases might be undated finance budget binder. Budget binder is a main keyword and the other one is descriptive. Now your title includes 2 keyword phrases, each combining descriptive words with a main keyword. Later you will reuse many of these same keywords when creating your Etsy tag, helping keep your SEO consistent. Continue following the same pattern by combining descriptive keywords with the main keywords. For example, digital expense tracker, money planner. In this, we can see planner is main keywords. By now, you are getting close to Etsy's 140 characters title limit. For the keywords phrases 4, use any remaining space for one final keyword phrase such as instant download financial organizer. Here we can see organizer is a main keyword. So notice how words like finance and organizer become much more meaningful when they are used together as a keyword phrases rather than appearing by themselves. So now finalize your title and create your Etsy tags. Don't aim for perfection. As you build your title, you may notice that some words are repeated. That's completely normal. The goal isn't to create a perfect title with no repeated words. Instead, aim for a title that describes your products. Try to keep repetition to a minimum, but don't spend too much time trying to remove every duplicate. So Google SEO is more than keywords. Good Etsy SEO isn't just about using keywords, it's also about clearly describing your products. For example, words like minimalist, printable, or undated don't just help with SEO. They also help shoppers quickly understand what they are buying. In other words, good SEO combines relevant keywords with clear, helpful product description. Complete your title by this stage. Your title should be closely around 140 character limit. Use as much of the available space as possible without adding unnecessary keywords. A detailed, descriptive title gives Etsy more information about your products and help it appear in more relevant searches. Step 6. Create your Etsy tags. A simple way to come up with tags is to use the 5 W's. Who is the product for? What does it help people do? Where is it used? When is it used? Why would someone buy it? Your goal is to fill all 13 Etsy tags slot with relevant keywords. Tag doesn't need to form a complete sentence. They are simply search terms. For example, for budget planner. For who? Students, family, couple, beginners. For what? Saving, budgeting, bill planning. For where? Home, office, school. When? Monthly, weekly, yearly. And for why? Save money, organize finance, track expenses, and something like this. If I want to tell you some example about the tag, it's a bill tracker, expense tracker, budget binder, budget planner, or something like this. Etsy combines the keywords from your title and tags to match shopper searchers. For example, someone might search for printable budget planner, budget binder printable, personal finance planner, and something like this. Because your listing includes a wide range of relevant keywords, Etsy can match it to many different searchers. You don't need to create every possible keywords combination. Etsy does that automatically. Your job is simply to describe your product as clearly as possible. About the 70% rules, don't aim for perfection. Your first few listings may take 30 or maybe more than 30 minutes to optimize, but as you gain experience, the process should take 10 or maybe 15 minutes. Over time, you will build your own library of keywords, and so many of the same keywords can be reused across similar products, while only if you will be unique to each listing. That's how an efficient Etsy SEO workflow works. The less time you spend on SEO, the more time you have to create new products and grow your business. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you better understanding Etsy SEO. Remember, good SEO is about clearly describing your products, not chasing the algorithm or by any platform. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.